to you by the Health Services Authority, caring people, quality service. Visit hsa.ky.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy, where they care about your health. 2 locations, Governor Square and Grand Harbor. Refill and transfer prescriptions online. Call 947-8900 or visit healthcarepharmacy.ky. Also brought to you by Cayman Medical Center, Cayman's most awarded private medical clinic.
And UHealth, International University of Miami.
World-class healthcare in the heart of Miami.
The Light Room, your holistic sanctuary for physical and mental restoration, repair, and rejuvenation. The power that made the body heals the body. 38 Pasadora Place, Georgetown. Find us online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
When I first started going to Healthcare Pharmacy, it was because it was convenient. But over the years, I continued to shop there because I trusted them. One day I was picking up my prescription, and the pharmacist noticed an over-the-counter medication in my basket. She said, "I hope that's not yours. It will interact with your prescription." And I thought, wow, thank you. Trust is so important when it comes to your health. Healthcare Pharmacy with 2 locations, Grand Harbor and Governor Square, where they care about my health.
If you or your loved one is facing cancer, only Sylvester will stand firmly by your side at every step, from diagnosis through survivorship, providing you and your family peace of mind and assisting with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center is South Florida's only NCI-designated cancer center and specializes in treating the most complex cancer cases. Your first-class cancer care is just a flight away. Learn more at sylvester.org.
Hello, my name is Tara Bush. I'm the host for The Health of It, and I will be talking about resilience. It is a topic that I absolutely adore, and I'm doing it based on a book I just read, The Rules of Resilience by Valerie Burton. She has developed a system. So before I go into resilience, I'm going to be talking about the resilience. It is most often described as the ability to bounce back successfully, navigate challenges, adversity, and change. The American Psychological Association defines resilience as the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences, especially through mental, emotional, and behavior flexibility and adjustment to external and internal demands. So let that sink in for a second. It is not something that we are born with. It is a muscle that we develop over time. This is why it's so important for parents to allow their children to fail kindly. It doesn't have to be a massive thing, but to allow them the ability to build up this resilience factor, this muscle, if you will. So it creates optimism, self-belief, control of self, the willingness to adapt, a willingness to be flexible, ability to solve problems, emotional awareness, social support, and a sense of humor. A question: what would greater resilience in your life enable you to do? I hope you think about that for a minute. Just sit down and really take that in. Why is it important? Okay. The most successful people get better, wiser, and stronger through their challenges. Again, I'm asking you to let that sit for a minute. The rest get discouraged, disappointed, distracted, and never bounce back. So this is one of the reasons why growing through challenges, aka creating resilience, is important. And again, I come back to it is not something we're born with, right? So at the moment, what is your biggest challenge? My biggest challenge is my energy. The gap between my goals and where I want to be and the amount of energy it's going to get me there. I have noticed this. And probably financial resilience. And yes, Think about it. There are many things in your life that you want. Like, for instance, I would love to be more helpful in a hurricane crisis, but because of certain things, I know that I cannot. I have dogs I have to take care of. My house has to be extra prepared for. And there are other things that I don't think I can be with other people. So where are you not being resilient, building up that muscle? It is the stressor, thoughts, and reactions. And let's think about it. The fear, all right, the habit, the distraction, the lack of discipline, and then the lack of support. These are some of the things that get in the way of your resilience. So what is the fear? What's the habit? Then the distraction. What discipline that you need to go with the habit? And if you don't have the support. So it is the key to happiness and success. And right now in the world, we need it more than ever. This world that we know it is changing at a rate that our human brain is just not built for. So it is part setting boundaries and being able to be resilient. Your health, your mental health, your physical health, your financial health. And without it, it creates burnout, loneliness, delayed dreams, digital exhaustion, loneliness in leadership, change in life circumstances, imposter syndrome, caregiving, and the sandwich generation. What do I mean by the sandwich generation? You're caring for young ones and your parents at the same time. So this is some of the things that we are noticing that creates some of these issues, and these are some of the things that we need to build up our resilience about. So what is your where you need to build that resilience? Resilience is bouncing back, but it's more than that. That is what people don't realize. You need resilience to overcome challenges. You need resilience to seize opportunities. It is not just for the negative. It is for the positive too. Because when we are in fight or flight, it is my opinion, and I see and I coach quite a number of people. I talk to people, they are mostly in fight or flight, and we are living in this chronic state of this fight or flight. This means you're breathing from your chest rather than your abdomen. And when you notice that, it's a physical symptom that you're in fight or flight. Your executive functions are off. You ever wonder, well, why I made that crazy decision? Because your executive functions were off. You were fighting or flighting to your body, your mind told you danger. All right. And this can happen when we have, get in an argument with our children, or traffic even, we were cut off. It is things that are happening to us that we are not aware of because we are so switched on to the task at hand. So resilience is a system you create that enables you to adapt, withstand, and recover from stressors. What do I mean from this? So the rules that Ms. Burton has created is adaptive skills, protective resources, and preventative choices. These rules are rooted in 3 powerful pillars that form the foundation of your personal system of resilience. So adaptive skills, how you think, act, behave, and respond to challenges and opportunity. Protective resources are tangible resources that help you navigate challenges, stressors, recognize challenges, and opportunities. Preventative choices are proactive choices that reduce your risk for adversity. For each pillar, these are some coaching yourself questions. For each pillar, notice which attributes you already possess. Which pillar is strongest for you, which is weakest, and therefore offers you the most significant opportunity to strengthen your resilience. So I'm pretty adaptive. I can dance through challenges. I grew up in a very challenging, when I was younger, okay. I had to navigate a lot in my household. I had a mother who was an alcoholic, and you learn very quickly how to dance through life. All right. Your protective resources, these are like people that you can count on. Their financial, education, supportive relationships and connections, your health, your environment, and your access to resources. Again, I think I'm pretty good there. But I think my biggest weakness for me, it's the proactive choices that I sometimes, I'm not very risk averse. I'm getting there as I get older. But where's your breakdown? And let me go back, and what are adaptive skills? This is taking responsibility for your thoughts and actions, your thought awareness, your belief systems and faith, growth versus a fixed mindset, goal setting and planning, energy management, self-coaching, flexibility, authenticity, and self-compassion. These are your adaptive skills. And we'll go back to the protective resources, all right, are what and who can support you that will help you navigate this challenge. So finances are freedom, right? Education and training, supportive relationships and connections, health, environment, and access to resources. Now, the final one is looking back, what you wish you had done, right? Choices that reduce your risks and challenges and adversity. Health choices, right? Are you eating well? All right. Are you not going out Friday night at happy hour when you know you have to wake up Saturday morning to do something with your children? Or, I don't know, you have a health goal and that comes into conflict with that, or you're spending money where you don't have it. Are you advanced planning? Like, you know your refrigerator is going to need replacing. Are you putting money aside for it? Coaching and leadership training. Are you, these are preventative measures. Do you have a mentor? So I want you to ask yourself a question. Are you resilient? Are you thriving better than before? Functioning or surviving? Still here? Are you unresilient? This is malfunctioning or not functioning, the end. So when you are resilient, you are thriving better than before, functioning, all right, and still here. When you're not resilient, or unresilient is the word that Miss Burton uses, is you're malfunctioning. So some more coach yourself questions. If you were honest, what is your current level of resilience in each of these areas? Relationships, finances, work, business, health, spiritual, or what other area that you may be resilient in? I think I'm resilient in relationships. Work, I think I'm doing pretty good. My health, I'm between a 70 and an 80. Spiritual life, I'm working on it. So my finances is something that I need to build my muscle on. So the key rules of being resilient, all right, expect the unexpected. Remember those adaptive skills? If you keep create thoughts that strengthen you. So don't say, try to shame yourself. Research shows that shaming yourself doesn't work. So say positive words to yourself. Focus on the vision, not the obstacle. Control the controllable and accept the rest. There are things in your life that you can control, and you cannot control your coworkers' behavior. You can't control whether or not they're going to bring fish in every Wednesday and stink up the lunchroom. That is beyond your control. All right? But you can control, I know Wednesday I can't go in the lunchroom. or I don't want to go in the lunchroom, so I'm going to bring my lunch, or I'm going to go out for lunch. All right. And rally your resources is number 5. Number 6 is close your growth gap. All right. So if you want to be the first auditor general, if you want to be the auditor general of the Cayman Islands, what would you need to get there? All right. What would you have to do? And don't pretend and defend. So don't pretend you know it all and then defend when you don't. I hope that makes sense, right? Find the opportunity in the challenge. I don't know if you all know that show, Rocky. Rocky was written by Sylvester Stallone, and it's based on him watching a fight, Muhammad Ali, and I can't remember the name of the opponent. But Muhammad Ali went the distance in this fight, all right? And Sylvester Stallone wrote that Rocky in 3 days. He was so inspired by how, I think, the opponent knocked out Muhammad Ali, but Muhammad Ali got up and went on to win the fight after 12 rounds. The other thing, at that time, Sylvester Stallone had only been, not even in bit parts. He said he was just in the shadows. I think he played a drunk, or it wasn't even an extra. All right, so he had no credits at all, and he took the script to try to sell it, and he did, but they didn't want him to act in it. At this time, he was just not even a bit part, but he had no credits at this particular time. He wrote the script, gave it to the producers. They bought it for him. They were going to offer him upwards of $700,000. I think he had $106 in his bank account at the time. And he said, I want to act in it. I am not selling it unless I am in it. I'm playing the main character. Well, I think people may know some of the backstory, but he didn't get very much for that show. He got the royalties, but it was the highest grossing movie in that age. I think it was in the 1980s, 1990s. And it went on to be a major hit, and I think we're up to 5 Rockies, maybe even more than that. Anyhow, he found the challenge. He gave himself a certain amount of time to be an actor, and if it was not going to be, he said he wanted to go down fighting. And this was his way of fighting for himself. So he found the opportunity in the challenge. So don't give up on yourself is the metaphor, the story in my story. Know when to grit and know when to quit. I think this is more for mothers. Know when to throw in your hat to keep going, and know when to throw in your hat. And I think there are times when mothers just reach a point of just giving, and learning your values and your boundaries, and close your energy gap. This is something I'm working on, because I realized for the last 2 years I've gotten a new job and I love it, but I'm working a little bit out of my comfort zone. I've had some, not health challenges, but as you get older, and I'm preparing for a surgery in March, I'd had to lose some weight, and there are things I had to do. When you're in your 60s, you have to do different things, and your body, it doesn't recover as well. So you have to be more aware. And because of what I'm doing is a little bit out of, I sit and talk to people a lot. So it's knowing not to take on their problems or their issues or whatever it is, and where I begin and they end. I'm an empath, so I know this might be woo-woo stuff to you all, but it means that I take on other people's feelings. So how do I work and keep myself mentally sharp, mentally hale, and that is something I work on and where I am. And that means showing up. It means eating right. It means meditation and keeping my mind clear. And that is a work in progress for me at the moment. So I'll go over these key rules, right? Expect the unexpected. Create thoughts that strengthen you. Focus on the vision and not the obstacle. Control the controllable and accept the rest. And rally your resources. Close the growth gap. Don't pretend, don't defend. Find the opportunity in the challenge. Know when to grit and when to quit, and close your energy gap. And there's a bonus. Help others. Every one of us has gotten where we are because someone else gave us a hand. So be a hand up, not a hand slapper. So quote yourself questions. What's the goal or outcome you want? Practice the stressor, thought, and reaction framework with what's a stressor fair habit that gets in your way? What thoughts do you have when the stressor appears? What's the reaction in the form of feeling, words, or actions that occur as a result of the thought? What happens as a result of that reaction? Do you procrastinate? Now say this out loud. When I change my thoughts, I can change how I feel and what I do. I'll repeat it. When I change my thoughts, I change how I feel and what I can do. So, what are you going to practice? Are you going to, getting back to the pillars, your adaptive skills, which is how you think, act, and behave in response to the challenge. Your protective resources, they're tangible resources that help you navigate challenges, stressors, and recognize challenges and opportunities. What are your preventative choices? These are proactive choices that help you reduce the risk for adversity. Which one of these rules are you going to activate? Expect the unexpected, right? Choose a thought that strengthens you. Focus on the vision and not the obstacle. Control the controllable and accept the rest. Rally your resources. That means get your family, get your mentor, get your co-workers to help you. Close the growth gap. Go back to school. Take a course online. Find the opportunity in the challenge. So if you're deep down, like when you hit mile 23 of a marathon, is that the time to quit or is that the time to dig in and get going? Close your energy gap and remember to play it forward. Thank you for listening to For the Health of It. I'm your host, Tara Bush, and you've been listening to me interview me about resiliency. We are moving you to the life you want.
When I first started going to healthcare pharmacy, it was because it was convenient. But over the years, I continued to shop there because I trusted them. One day I was picking up my prescription, and the pharmacist noticed an over-the-counter medication in my basket. She said, "I hope that's not yours. It will interact with your prescription." And I thought, wow, thank you. Trust is so important when it comes to your health. Healthcare Pharmacy with 2 locations, Grand Harbor and Governor's Square, where they care about my health.
There's nothing more important than your health, and seeking expert healthcare with physicians you can trust is what you deserve. UHealth, the University of Miami Health System, offers peace of mind to you and your family with a first-class experience. Our patient coordinators assist with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. As South Florida's only academic-based health system, UHealth offers cutting-edge treatment, compassionate care, and life-changing results just a flight away. Learn more at umiamihealth.org/international.
This is For the Health of It with Tara Bush. Brought to you by the Health Services Authority. Caring people, quality service. Visit hsa.ky.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy, where they care about your health. 2 locations, Governor's Square and Grand Harbor. Refill and transfer prescriptions online. Call 947-8900 or visit healthcarepharmacy.ky. Also brought to you by Cayman Medical Center, Cayman's most awarded private medical clinic.
And UHealth, International University of Miami.
World-class healthcare in the heart of Miami.
The Light Room, your holistic sanctuary for physical and mental restoration, repair, and rejuvenation. The power that made the body heals the body. 38 Pasadora Place, Georgetown. Find us online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Covering Little Cayman, Cayman Bride.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman.